short sections. Section 4 reads, the president and president designate should act as club delegates to the international and district convention. Section 5, in the event the president or president designate is unable, should act as club delegate to the international. I'll repeat, Section 5, in the event the president or president designate is unable to attend the district or international convention, this club should elect alternate delegates. Section 6, delegates and alternates to all conventions or other meetings of Kiwanis International or the district shall be elected at dates sufficiently in advance of such meetings to comply with the Kiwanis International bylaw and district bylaws. Provision for expenses of such representatives shall be made in the club administrative budget. The board of directors shall also provide for the proper representation at any of the international and district meetings of Kiwanis in which this club has the privilege of participation. Fellow Kiwanis, that's Kiwanis education for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DLG Willie. At this time, I will present my half-yearly report. I'm going to ask DP Desmond to share screen to aid my presentation.
Go ahead, President. You have the privilege. Oh, you mean you want me to bring up your?
Yes, if you could. Yes.
Sorry, DP Desmond, are you on record?
Yes.
Good, thanks.
I thought you had that, President.
Yes, I have it. Let me.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
DP Stewart, it's on YouTube, you see, so it's recording.
That's what I wanted to be sure
about.
Good.
Okay, I'm just getting organized here. In terms of scrolling pages, I might need some guidance here. Would you be able to bring it up, DP Desmond? As
I tell you what, I will. You sent it back today, right?
Yes, it was returned today, but to read and present.
No, you'll have to scroll down.
Yes, I'm in fact scrolling down.
Okay.
But
all right, let me try and find it, President.
Okay, I think I'm good. DP Desmond. Yeah, I'm able to manipulate the screen. Thanks. All right, so I'll proceed. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, yes, I'm hearing you. Go ahead now, Brett. Go ahead.
Okay, fellow Kiwanians and guests, the half-yearly report for the Kiwanis Club of Kingston.
Well, we're not seeing it on screen, you know.
Okay, well, I'm trying to.
All right, tell you what, let me go back and try and.
We're hearing you, President. We're hearing you.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I'll stop sharing and you can share, DP Desmond.
If I'm searching for it, but you can continue speaking in the meantime while I bring it up. Continue speaking, President.
Yes, summary and forward. Let us reflect on the work and achievements of our members who have passed, especially at this time, PD Dudley Ball, a visionary and guardian of our standards and protocol. Let us also recognize the sterling contributions of members over the past 57 years and seek to rekindle the spirit of service, outreach, and fellowship while supporting those of our members who are in need of support. We build to serve the children of the world. Let us renew our individual and collective commitment to the objects of Kiwanis International, preserving our rich legacy and striving for growth and effective service projects. The first 6 months of administrative year 2020 to 2021 has proven to be a very challenging year for the club as the team sought to use innovative means in hosting our meetings virtually and engaging our members and visiting clubs. The club was represented at the first and second quarter divisional council meetings. The club was, however, not able to host its major annual fundraising event, the Grand Christmas Charity Ball, which negatively impacted our budgeted programs. IPP Desmond Batchelor is to be commended for ongoing engagement and support by making his Zoom meeting account available to the club and other clubs in the division and indeed to the district to host meetings and events. The club celebrated its 57th anniversary in March, and the evening's program was well supported. D.G. William Reeson was presented with a new award, the Carlton Levy Award, recognizing a member who has previously held the office of president or higher and has consistently worked over the years in support of the club's initiatives and programs. Other challenges are that a significant percentage of our members still are to honor their obligations in dues, and we will be continuing our aggressive collection drive. We also have aged membership, and this would have limited their level of physical interaction due to COVID-19 protocols. There's also the inability of some members to access online virtual meetings and events, and we will be providing support so that they can achieve this. There's also a need for an aggressive and sustained recruitment and retention program. Throughout the first 6 months, we also had the setback of our vice president who resigned, and we had to appoint a new vice president and a director.
Just to let you know that I'm scrolling down, you see, Press, so you're on screen.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's also the unwillingness of some active members to assume leadership positions in the club and to provide mentorship. Registration of the ECNC District Convention is to be finalized. The board also approved an amendment to the club's bylaws, whereby the business meetings will be held quarterly instead of monthly. I now move to committee achievements and challenges. Firstly, the Secretariat. The Club Meetings Committee continues to provide accurate and timely reporting, and all divisional obligations have been satisfied. The Secretary must be commended for assuming additional responsibilities by chairing the Interclub and Fellowship Committee for part of the year, as well as the key clubs, and his active participation in service leadership programs. Club registered charity status. Distinguished President Dalma James is now having amendments done to satisfy the Companies Office of Jamaica and Tax Administration Jamaica. Treasury and Finance Committee. Treasurer Orville Lewis and Chairman Jeff Masada. The Finance Committee and Treasury have ensured that the club officers and members receive budgets and financial reports on a timely basis. The budget was recast given the reduced income attributed to the effects of COVID-19 pandemic. The Treasurer has also ensured that obligations to KI and the division are met on time. Matters related to the Police Trust Fund, Carlton Levy Fund, and Members Welfare Fund will now form part of board meeting agenda to ensure additional oversight. This recommendation was made by Director Warren McDonald to ensure that the administration of these funds is monitored on a regular basis. Updates and historical briefs on the Carlton Levy and Donald Williams funds were given at the last board meeting, and I am now in the process of obtaining information on the bank account of the Police Trust. The Commissioner of Police and the Officers Club and the officers of the club will be requested to appoint new members. Two of the current trustees have already affixed their signature to a letter to the bank, and a copy of the last audited financial statements was obtained from our auditors. A stamp and seal were also acquired. The signatories on the bank accounts were updated, and there is one account remaining to be updated in terms of the club's accounts. Club Meetings Committee. Director Warren McDonald and Chairman DP Stuart Spencer. Chairman DP Stuart Spencer continues to effectively engage members and visitors at our club meeting. And while high levels of visitor participation are sustained, there has been an incremental increase in attendance by our members. A membership survey is being conducted online and also via telephone survey in order to get greater participation, especially from inactive members. This survey will also inform on the number of members who are unable to connect via the internet. Kiwanis education continued to be a feature of our weekly meetings. In terms of membership growth and education, the Director Ralston Nunes and Chairman Stan Dunwell. This committee submitted a membership growth plan with an objective of inducting 10 new members and challenging existing members to propose at least two prospects over the next 60 days. During the period of review, one new member, Oriane Gordon, was inducted. At the beginning of the administrative year, the club had 94 members. We lost one member by death, and we readmitted one member and added a new member. So our membership now stands at 95. Interclub and Fellowship Committee, Director Newton Ramdal and Chairman William Reeson. How can we forget the roving ambassadors of the club who have maintained the club's proud tradition of interclubbing? This committee has surpassed its annual objectives already, thanks to the support by a number of ardent members, some of whom were previously inactive. The target for the administrative year was 150, and as at the end of March, a total of 184 interclubs were achieved during visits to clubs island-wide, as well as the Kiwanis Club of Toronto Caribbean and the Eleuthera Club in the Bahamas. It is important to note that visits have also contributed to meeting attendance. At the last divisional council meeting, the club placed first in the Edgerton-Chinloy competition for clubs with 65 members and over. Human and Spiritual Values Committee and Community Services. Director Eric Malcolm. PD Dudley Ball transitioned on February 7th, 2021 at the age of 95 years after a brief illness. A hybrid memorial service was held on February 21st at the Webster Memorial United Church, and the service was streamed live and recorded. The late PD Dudley Ball, who was chair of the Welfare Committee, successfully raised $300,000 to assist a member in offsetting surgical expenses. The committee was also able to raise $190,000 to assist him in medical appliances. Care packages were also supplied to another member. The club has a hospital bed as part of its inventory. The committee continues to provide relief to nursing homes and places of safety, including Christmas and Easter cheer. The Hanover Street feeding program, however, remains suspended due to COVID-19 restrictions imposed by the municipality. Our long tradition of caroling and presentation of gift packages to the residents of the Ozanam Home and the Salvation Army's Francis Ham Home at Christmas on Christmas morning was again a feature this year, and this project was used as our signature project in lieu of our annual Grand Christmas Charity Ball. Young Children Priority 1, DP Dalma James as chairman. This committee has undertaken 2 projects to date, one being the divisional one-day project, and the other a donation of digital temperature reader and disposable baby diapers to the Glen Vincent Clinic. I now turn to Service Leadership Program Committee, Director David Hall, and the Chairman, Desmond Batchelor for Builders Club, DLG William Reeson for Key Clubs, and Kiwanian Ian Belcher for Circle K. We continue to place greater emphasis on our service leadership program. Presently, the club sponsors 9 Builders Clubs, 8 Key Clubs, and 1 Circle K. All Builders Club meetings and activities have been suspended due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, all Key Clubs and the Michael University College Circle K remain very active and must be commended for exceptional work, well-organized virtual meetings, well-administered elections, and partnership with the club in executing projects. All Key and Circle K members and their faculty advisors have been regular visitors at our meetings. The Key Club District is donating 5 tablets to Kingston High Key Club members. Key Clubs, all Key Clubs dues have paid their dues with the exception of Kingston High. The Key Club Jamaica District has paid 5 members, and the Kiwanis Club of Kingston has been asked to pay for 10 members, which totals 16,500. Charter strength being 15. The Key Club District Convention will be held from Friday, April 9th to 11th, 2021. The Michael University College Circle K Club, Chairman Ian Belcher and Advisor William Reeson. DLG William was awarded Outstanding Kiwanian Advisor, and President Angela Panis and Secretary Diana Denton of the Michael University College Circle K Club were awarded Distinguished President and Secretary, respectively, at the recent Caribbean District Convention held from March 5th to 7th. Congratulations as well to Secretary Diana Denton, who was elected the new District Secretary for the new Circle K Board. Youth Protection Guidelines, background checks. DLG William is in the process of finalizing background checks for 3 members, and I have already completed mine. Fundraising Committee, Director Garfield Wint and Chairman Orain Gordon. The major fundraising event is the annual Barbie Fry to be held at the 4-H Club headquarters on Old Hope Road on Friday, May 28th, 2021. 1,000 tickets have been printed and sponsorship had for the purchase of tickets and the printing of the tickets. Public Relations, Director and Bulletin Editor Newton Ramdal. The Bulletin Editor works in tandem with the Chair of the Club Meetings Committee in ensuring that posts on the club's social media platform is updated. The Iraq Bulletin cover is to be finalized. The Bulletin Editor is also working on a member's handbook with the assistance of Kiwanian Leon French. And finally, the major project, Vice President Junior Stewart. Copies of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation approval letter for the extension of the Secretariat has been sent to Mrs. Maureen Golding, the Regional Director of the Southeast Regional Health Authority. The next steps including informing the municipality of the commencement of construction. The funding of the project will take the form of corporate, individual, and member donations in cash and kind. Also members' sweat equity. Given the scope of this project, implementation will be phased. And that concludes my half-yearly report. If there are any clarifications or questions, the members are invited to field them. There being no questions, then I would then proceed to hand over to DP Chris Robinson.
Thank you, President Richard. Fellow members, good evening. Let me ask everyone who's on this call to unmute yourself and to give President Richard a round of applause for his report. Thank you. And in times like these, when someone has held the ship steady, carried the ship through in uncharted waters, you always have to applaud the effort. And you can see, based on President Richard's half-yearly report, that he has been able to keep the ship of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston steady, afloat, and headed in the right direction. So we congratulate him and thank him most profoundly for his support. Indeed, it is ironic that President Richard insisted this year that he has to have someone, a chairman, who is responsible for members' welfare. And that person that we selected is a person we know who could have carried out the job. And it was past Director Dudley Ball. And it is perhaps ironic that indeed past Director Dudley did not make it through the year as he passed along. And we in the club were all so shocked, and distressed that the man who single-handedly took the interest of every Kiwanian, into being. If past Director Dudley heard someone was ill, rest assured you'll be getting a call. If a Kiwanian needed assistance, past Director Dudley would be the man. So you can understand the level of the loss that the club experienced. And having done that, the role of President Richard in carrying the club through all of these periods, high and low, must be commended. Indeed, President Richard, I think it is not only past Director Dudley we would remember, we also remember past Chairman Clarence Watson, who also left us along the way. But these are the challenges at the club that we face. And these are the challenges which require strong leadership, committed leadership, and steady leadership. And maybe it's past director, maybe it's President Richard's military background, or the fact that he went to a very good high school, which has given him the qualities to carry the Kiwanis Club of Kingston at this time through the difficulties that we are facing. So let me, on behalf of all who are present here tonight, thank you, President Richard, for your report. We see where you are heading. We see what are the things that you are trying to achieve. And we have no doubt that at the end of the year, we can look and say, well done, good and faithful servant. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, DP Chris. And I'd also use the opportunity of thanking all those members who have provided support and guidance thus far, and I look forward to your continued support and cooperation.
Did you go to Calabar, President?
I thought you went to San Diego.
I heard you went to a good school.
Yes, I thought it was San Diego, but
no, as punishment, I was sent to Calabar because my grades were low due to my conduct or misconduct, just for about 6 weeks, and just having the humiliation of riding through the gates for those lessons. The grades were improved.
But you were rescued.
Yes, I faced great risk to enter those gates too, you know. Epaulets removed. Okay, I now turn over to the Sergeant at Arms, DP Earl Spencer.
His brother went to Calabar.
Alfonso.
Don't believe he's on.
DP Earl not on? Okay.
No.
All right. Okay, well, we'll then move to notices and announcements. And I hand over to DLG William, and then that will be followed by the thought of the week by DP.
Thank you, President Richard. Fellow Kiwanis, please note that the Jamaica Key Club District Convention is being held this weekend from April 9 to the 11th. Registration for Key Clubbers is $500, faculty advisors $750, and Kiwanis $1,000. I'm urging Kiwanis to try and register and attend at least one of the sessions, even the opening night on Friday or the closing session on Sunday. Let's give our youngsters our full support. Just a reminder of the Eastern Canada and the Caribbean Virtual District Convention being held on between May 14th and the 15th. Registration is 25 Canadian dollars. Registration is now open and it closes on April 30th. The delegates were appointed last night and they include President Richard, President-elect Paul Peart, and myself as alternate. Also, Kiwanis International Leadership Education Conference. This will be taking place in Salt Lake City between June 23rd and 26th. Please make a note of these dates in your diaries. And so far as interclubbing opportunities, tomorrow we have the installation of officers at Michael Circle K at 4 o'clock. The link will be sent out this evening or in the morning, and that is followed by a joint meeting at Kingston College Key Club. There are about 4 clubs are involved, and that begins at 5 o'clock. The link, if it has not already been sent out, will be sent out shortly. President Richard, those are the notices and interclubbing opportunities. As usual, I will be sending out reminders of our interclubbing opportunities on the morning or the night before our interclubbing opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DLG.
A question.
Yes, go ahead, Director Ross.
The delegates, you mentioned the delegates as the president-elect, and yourself as alternate. But to my knowledge, we are entitled to 3 delegates. So are you correct in what you reported?
If I recall, I may be corrected. as this is trustee for ECNC District Convention, we normally have 3, and at international we have 2. But I may be corrected. There are learned people in there. But I can also check that shortly and advise.
Yes, we'll attend to that and review.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Are there any announcements from any visiting clubs or key clubs or Michael Circle K?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. This is Adrian Da Costa from St. Antithetical High School.
President Adrian.
That's correct. We're having a donation drive at the Strathmore Garden Children Home, and we're seeking donations for the following items: hand sanitizer, the face mask, bleach, and toiletries. The toiletries consist of like bar soap, toothpaste, and tissues, the non-perishable food items, and any other items that you can donate, please. The donations can be dropped off at Stats at the school's general office, sorry. The location 64 Spanish Town Road, Kingston 8, I don't remember. You can contact us at 876-297-0281 or the email stats@gol.com.jm.
Okay, could you just put that phone number in the chat?
In the chat?
Yes. We'll be making contact with you.
Okay.
Thank you. Are there any other announcements? Okay, if there are no other announcements.
Good evening.
Yes,
Sorry,
President Nicholas, yes, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. This is President Nicholas from Kingston College Key Club. My club will be having its installation ceremony in 2 weeks on the 28th of April. That is the proposed date right now. We are inviting Q&A from different clubs. Information installation will be sent out regarding the platform that we will be using. So just to put out a notice, you guys can keep in contact with the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. We will send the respective information to them so you can check in with them. Thank you.
Thank you, President Nicholas. Are there any other announcements?
President Richard, just want to President Nicholas to confirm got the link. The meeting on Wednesday.
Yes, I think it is.
Okay.
All right, thank you. We seem to have an echo. Okay, thank you. At this time,